Good morning,
Morning.
Zoe. I'm Tracy from Interiors Monthly. Would you like to introduce yourself?
Morning, Tracy. Yes, my name's Zoe Bonser. I'm the portfolio director for the retail division at Clarion Events. Within the retail division, we've got 7 sort of products and shows. We've run 2 in the furniture sector, which is January Furniture Show and Manchester Furniture Show. And the rest of the shows are gift shows that we run throughout the UK. So we will run events in London, we run events in Harrogate, Birmingham, and then in Scotland. And we also have a digital product called Reveal as well, which supports all the shows. So yes, we're very busy here at Clarion Retail.
Wow, 7 events, that's quite a lot. I mean, just typically, how long does it take to organise an event?
Look, again, I think I think people don't quite realise what goes into planning events. So as soon as we finish event, a lot of people are like, "Oh, what are you going to do now?" We're constantly planning, we're constantly organising, we're constantly analysing what happened at the last event, how we can improve things. We obsess around what we call like customer satisfaction. And we're constantly looking at that kind of improving everything that we do throughout our event. So um we basically we plan sort of 1, 2, 3 years ahead on a lot of our events. If it comes, looking at securing venues, all sorts of things. So we're constantly planning, preparing, organising, and then delivering shows. And we tend to have quite a clear cycle around the marketing campaigns, for example. But lots of things influence and affect our kind of the decisions that we make. But we are constantly organising and preparing, I would say.
So, obviously, we've been through quite a lot in the last few years, and the events industry must have been impacted significantly by COVID. Obviously, we've got political unrest at the moment, and we've had Brexit. How has this impacted, do you think, the events industry and the furniture industry in general?
I'd say, look, I think our event industry came to a standstill during COVID. We're a live event business. We couldn't run live events anymore, so it had a considerable impact on the way that we did business. Everyone pivoted to digital. We were looking at other solutions of how do we facilitate those connections for people, and there was so much uncertainty. How long was it going to last? What did this mean? What would it look like when we get back? What that did mean is that we just really doubled down on spending time reviewing our products, looking at our products, preparing for when we got back. But there have been so many impacts, and obviously we've had COVID, we've had Brexit. We are constantly in this state of flex and uncertainty all the time now, that I think it's become the norm. I think we've all adjusted a bit to that. I mean, Brexit, there's still impacts of that. We're hoping obviously 25, 26, things will have ironed out even more. But look at what's happening in the US. That is going to have a considerable impact, on export. I think what we're always looking at is, how do we make sure that our products and our shows are the best that they can be? And I think what we have realized and what we've taken from all of this is that nothing will replace that touch and feel of product. People were desperate to get back to live events so that they could meet each other. People want to do business face to face. They want to understand about that product. They want to understand the story behind it. They want to know the team behind it, the business, and they want to touch and feel product. They want to lie on that bed. They want to sit on that sofa. They want to feel the cushions. They want to understand the quality. Nothing will replace that. And in fact, if anything, all the things that have happened have just increased the appetite to get together face to face. So it really has, I think, reinforced the power of live events.
How important is sustainability within the industry and within what you do?
Yeah, I mean, look, it's really important. It's something that Clarion takes really seriously. We have an ESG group that ensures that we are putting strategies in place for all of the events that we run. If we take an example at January Furniture Show, we launched, I think it was the year before last, but the product focus package, for example, which is a fully reusable stand, and it just makes sure that it can be reused at every single show. which is a really cost effective and also very sustainable option. So we're always looking at ways that we can improve sustainability with, actually at the shows, recycling of as many products as possible. We work really closely with all of our venues that have incredible policies in place as well. And look, we are nowhere near perfect. That is absolutely, but we are working on a lot of policies, and we put a lot of things in place to kind of improve our sustainability and our kind of carbon footprint, and it's something that will become an even more important factor as we move forwards.
Yeah, and you've got the Manchester Venture Show coming up, I
We
believe.
do, yes.
When is that?
So Manchester Furniture Show is the 6th to the 7th of July, so in a few months' time, and it's at the Manchester Central venue. It's a great venue, great location, it's a brilliant city. The show ran there for 28 years, and then obviously COVID, and then we relaunched it. So we're so excited to be back. We had a great relaunch last year, and it's really gathering momentum this year, which is brilliant, because it's just a great time of year to be, to provide that kind of networking and sourcing opportunity, and it also it has a different atmosphere to JFS, which is really nice. So they're quite different sort of shows, and again, it's brilliant that we kind of get more Irish, Scottish, Welsh buyers coming along to that because of the nature of where it's located. So we do tend to get a different buyer that comes along to the show as well. So that's good that we're able to do that.
What makes your event stand out from the crowd?
Great question. I think we're really lucky here to run the two biggest furniture shows in the UK. And, I don't take that lightly. They are fantastic shows with a lot of history and a lot of heritage. January Furniture Show been running for 36 years, Manchester Furniture 28 years. There's a reason why these shows are successful, because they have delivered year on year on year. What I love about this industry is the fact that people are so passionate about the events. They really care about the events. They know how important they are, and I think that's what makes them really unique. I think the locations are really important, and I think what's clear is the fact that they deliver, and they are order writing shows. People are, sourcing. They're coming to the show. They are buying product, and it's fantastic to see at the shows. And they are also, they are the kind of the national showcase, and that's what's brilliant. In that January and in that July timeline, you get to see everybody. It's a huge community. You get everybody comes together. You see all the latest products. You see all the kind of new launches, all the trends, all in one place. So they are very unique.
And is there something exciting we should be looking for the Manchester Furniture Show coming up?
Oh, I'm not sure I can tell you. I think you're going to have to come and see it for yourself. We've got loads happening. We've got a fantastic show lined up for all of our exhibitors and our visitors and our partners. So, you can expect absolutely all of the, fantastic, products that are going to be on that are going to be available, all the kind of networking events that we run, the champagne bar that we had before, the big show party, which was amazing last year. We've got some exciting developments on that. The Women in Furniture networking event, which was brilliant last year. We look forward to hosting that again. So we've got loads planned, and I'm excited to see loads of new companies joining us as well, which is brilliant. Lots of new partners. So we will be sharing some exciting news, I'm sure, very soon.
Great. Okay. Well, maybe I'll pop along. It's only down the road.
Good. Well, you should definitely come along. It'd be nice to see you, and hopefully the sun will be shining and we can have a glass of fizz, maybe.
That would be lovely. Yeah, we could do with some sunshine. It seems to have been a very long winter.
Exactly. I know. Fingers crossed it will be. I'm sure it will. The weather was amazing last year, so no. It should be a really good opportunity to get everybody together, just in that time frame as well, just before Christmas. It's a really busy time for everyone, so it'll be good to kind of to see how everyone's doing as well.
So, just want to ask a little bit about you, if that's okay, because I'm interested in how you got into this. How long have you been with your company now?
So this is the second time I've been with Clarion, actually. So I've been here about 5 years now, in this role. This is the second time I've been in retail, actually, but I've been in the exhibitions industry for 17 years now. might actually be a bit longer, it's probably 18 years. But I've been lucky enough to work across all different types and styles of events, large scale, small scale, international, conferences, awards, you name it. And I've worked, UK, international. I've been very lucky to kind of work across loads of different sectors as well. It's a brilliant industry, and you're constantly learning, meeting new people. But I love the creativity of it. I love developing products. I love launching products. I love seeing that growth. I love the collaboration that's required in events between the teams, and I love leading the teams and helping other people grow and learn and develop as well. I'm really passionate about that. I'm also very passionate about supporting women in the industry as well, be it in the sector or in the teams that I run as well. So the event industry is an amazing place, and particularly if you're creative, fast paced, every event you're going to learn something. Every event you get to experience something different, something new. So it definitely keeps you on your toes, that's for sure.
Did you always want to go into events?
Not, do you know what? Not really. I hadn't really thought about it, to be honest. So I studied environmental science at university, so nothing remotely related to events. I absolutely fell into events. I was, doing some I think basically I was doing a sort of temp role for an events business, and then I got poached by the sales director into a sales role, into an account management role. And then I just worked my way up. I always came from the commercial side, but then I got a lot more experience of the operational side and the marketing. And then I've just worked my way through lots of different event companies, but just always had that passion for, the buzz of events. You can't really replace that. And particularly when you open the doors, you think, gosh, we've built all that. We've brought all this together. It's quite amazing. And there's opportunities to grow as well. It's a great place to develop and grow. And again, I've been very lucky here at Clarion to progress, and I look forward to progressing more. And so there's loads of amazing opportunities kind of within the business.
So you're quite busy organising shows and so on. What do you do in your how do you relax? How do you take time out?
Relax. Would I say I relax? I'm not sure necessarily. I think, look, I've got 2 young children, so I wouldn't say it's particularly relaxing.
Wow, okay.
I've got a 9-year-old and a 6-year-old. So I'd say we're a very kind of sporty house. We like to kind of, we like to do stuff. We like to travel. We love cooking. We do, play tennis. We do lots of sport, and we're very sociable. So we've got an amazing friendship and family group. So there's always a birthday. There's always a party. There's always something happening. So I'd say that's kind of how I probably relax and unwind, is just spending time with my family. And they definitely they're all a bit mad. So there's always something fun to be going on with. So
You definitely got your work cut out with 2 young children as well.
yeah, you know what, and it helps you put things in perspective, to be honest, because the event industry can be quite intense, and it can be a bit of a roller coaster. And some days I go home and then there's a little person sort of talking to me about their day, and it puts things into perspective. It's really quite nice. And in fact, at the last show at Top Draw Spring, my husband came along and brought the children to have a look around the show. And it was so nice seeing them sort of, wander around and sort of be enamored with it, and just be like, wow, what is this, what you do? And it's, it's so big, and how do you do this? And it was really nice. So yes, they certainly ground you and give you a different perspective on things, that's for sure.
So what challenges do you think the furniture and the events industry will face over the next 5 years?
Great question. I think there's lots of challenges and opportunities, I think, in the furniture and events industry. So let's start with the event industry. I think we're still building back, particularly in my portfolio from COVID. So we've still got a huge amount of work to do in terms of getting back to, the significant growth that we've seen. But I would say, 2025 was an amazing show for January Furniture Show, and Manchester's looking really strong. So we're really in a position now for that really rapid growth, particularly around internationals coming back to the show, which is really exciting. So I'd say from an event industry, I think I think live is still hugely relevant, but I think it's how do we improve the customer experiences? How better are we using technology? How are we improving the customer journey through our websites, through experiences, at the shows? There's a whole host of, of ways that we are looking at improving the events that we run, and that's exciting, right? We're always going to have the challenges around cost base. The events that we run are not getting any cheaper. That is always going to be a challenge, and it's something that we're constantly looking at ways in which that we don't pass those costs on to our customers, but that is something that we're always having to manage moving forwards. In terms of the furniture industry itself, I'd say, look, we continue to be in this this environment of uncertainty. A new government comes in, the cost base changes there. You look at what's happening in the US, the impact that's going to have on export. There is a constant wheel of change, and I think for any business, be it furniture, whatever, it's very difficult to keep up with that. And I think, there's a lot of pressure on in terms of managing cost bases, but also, how that profit, what's realistic, how do you keep growing as a business? So I would say, that said, there's a lot of opportunity. We love furniture. We love our homes, in the UK in particular. The UK is a very diverse and vibrant, environment, and it's a very exciting place to be. So I think we can only continue to see growth. It may not be the growth, the level of growth that we want, but we are still in a very, compared to other markets at the moment, optimistic marketplace.
Is there anything else that you want to mention or you want us to cover, or anything in particular that you want to highlight?
I would just say, I just want to take the opportunity to to thank all of our partners, to thank Interiors Monthly, to thank all of the kind of visitors who come along to our shows, all of our exhibitors that participate. We work really hard to provide these amazing shows for everybody, so we really welcome everyone's input, their support in helping to continue to drive these really important events for the market, for the industry. So we look forward to seeing as many of you at Manchester Furniture Show. We can't wait for January Furniture Show next year. We've got some exciting things planned, some developments that we're looking forward to sharing soon. So and again, we're launching relaunching the awards, so we're going to have a lovely Excellence in Furniture Awards and sit down dinner. We really just want to kind of continue to cement and grow the show. So we want to thank and look forward to everyone's kind of continued support as we move forwards, really.
Great. So when can people, if visitors want to come along, how can they do that? When can they get tickets for that?
So probably in about a month's time, we'll be launching Visitor Reg, but you can at the moment register your interest in attending. So if you go to the website, you can do that. So yes, but if you want to exhibit, get in touch with us now before the spaces run out for Manchester. And the same for January Furniture Show. Please just get in touch with your account manager or just reach out to us and have a chat with us. And also, if you just want to find out a bit more, you might not be ready yet to join us at the show, but you want to talk to us, just give us a call. We're always in the loop with lots of different businesses at whatever stage they're at, and it's just great to understand kind of what your plans are for the future. So have a chat with us. There's lots of things that we can do to kind of support you as well.
Well, thank you very much. Maybe see you in Manchester.
Yes, hopefully. That'd be really nice. Do come along, please. That'd be great.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
See you then.
Thank
Cheers.
you.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.